You're old as hell.
Least favorite person on Escape the Night.
There were a few. She definitely did make me cry. I don't think I've ever said her name publicly, but...
Who broke up with whom?
Truly, honestly... Hey guys, welcome to today's video and welcome back to my channel. I still don't have an intro because I paid $600 for an intro that you guys didn't like. So this is the intro.
They didn't like that intro? It was fake.
No, I did like it, but also it just seemed like it was like what everybody else had was going on. But anyways, whatever, we'll see. You know, I like to change. I like different things all the time. I don't know if this camera is shaking or not, or if it's just the microphone. The microphone's going wild on the road. Just keep a hand on you. Anyways, so in today's video, I thought I would do a questions I've been ignoring. I don't know, it's a trend going on. Also, Joey just did it recently, so I thought it'd be fun. It's basically a new version of a Q&A. And I feel like we haven't caught up in a while because I've been doing all this home stuff and decor stuff and design, so I thought this might switch it up. You guys know me, I'm an open booklet, and you guys had a lot to say and had a lot of questiones. You're gonna read these questions. Let's get into it, shall we? First question. Let's just rip the band-aid off because you guys have been asking about the relationship, and let's just do it. Go ahead.
The question on everyone's mind, including everyone in my inbox's mind, is do you still love Joey? Do you plan on getting back together with him in the future?
God, that's a lot to digest. Yes, of course I still love Joey. We were together for 6 years. I don't think you stop loving people.
I don't think so either.
No, it just changes a bit. But no, I mean, I'm still like growing and healing and everything. And this whole world's crazy. Everything just feels insane. So yes, I still love him. I'm not planning to get back together. Like, I feel like you can't plan those things. I think we both have a lot that we need to do on our own, and that's the truth. There's really no drama there. We're not doing this for clout. We're not planning to get back for the holidays. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Anyways, next.
Which people out of your friend group stopped talking to you after the breakup? That's a good question.
Trash.
That's really good.
Yeah, that is a good question. I think I touched upon this in like an Insta Live or something. But honestly, I don't need to drag anyone because they're so irrelevant that it doesn't matter. It wasn't a lot of people. It was like 2 or 3.
The important people didn't choose. Like,
exactly.
I see Joey, I'm friends with him, and you support that.
Yeah, of course. I want him to stay friends with my friends, and like I vocalize that. I wasn't even really friends with a lot of his friends. I'm somebody who kind of like keeps people together, and I'm always reaching out, and I'm thoughtful, and I always make the first move. So none of those relationships have changed. There's your answer. Bye, sis.
Oh, next. I love this one. Have you ever slept with a girl? And if not, how far did you ever go? Naughty boy.
Oh, I don't think I've ever said this publicly. Is this shaky?
I think you're shaky for answering this question.
Yes, I have slept with a girl.
Not me, bitch!
Not you. Oh, I swear. No, I have slept with 2 women in my life. It just wasn't my cup of tea, but we can get there. Should I turn straight?
I think not. My dad used to ask that in the beginning when we were friends because he really wanted me to marry you.
Doesn't work like that, doll. It does it now. I'm a for sure.
Next, so this question's serious. What was the breaking point of your last relationship?
Ooh, I just got goosebumps. This was another question that was asked a lot. Why did you break up? Who did what? I don't really know how to answer this. Like, yeah, I mean, if you're in a relationship, you understand, like, growing apart and everything. I know nobody likes that answer. Like, there had to be more than just growing apart. Honestly, no. Like, we're always going to be in each other's lives. We're always going to be... Oh, is that a cop? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, I'm being pulled over.
No, you're not. Wait, you say this every 2 seconds.
Okay, I'm just going to pull to the right and go slower just for fun. Back to the seriousness. It really was just, we're in different places in our life. I feel like I'm gonna cry.
It's okay, you can cry, baby.
No, I don't want to be a crybaby. In a relationship, like, you want the other person to be successful, but I feel like I just like kind of threw all my eggs in his basket and was only working towards things that he wanted to do and he wanted to get done, just because I got very swept up in that lifestyle. And not saying that he didn't support me per se, but it was just like his career was moving very, very quickly all the time, that I think it may have been harder for him to just stop and be like, what do you want to do? Like, what can I help you with? And I don't hold that against him or myself. It's just like, you learn things in relationships, right?
It was the circumstance. Yeah. It wasn't anyone's fault.
Right. The universe like gave us the sign that we needed to go our separate ways and work on ourselves, and things have been really good for me. I feel like one door closed and like 80 open because I am putting all that energy towards me, my career, my life, what I want to do. Whereas before, I was only putting like 10% energy into my life and like 90% into our life together, and his career and the dogs and family and holidays and all this stuff. Yeah. That's it. We didn't fall out of love. We didn't stop being attracted to each other. Like, all of that was great and good and beautiful. And sorry, it's not a very exciting answer.
Was there a time, 2020, you wished you were heterosexual, not meant to be against the rainbow flag heart emoji?
Oh God, honey, no. What kind of homo do you think I am? No. Maybe when I was younger, because it would have been easier, because I have like super straight brothers and my father and everything, but no. Have I always been stunning? Yes. But no, I have never wanted to be straight. God, what a curse. Next.
How has Mariah Carey changed your life, and how, TF, were you able to make a video with her?
I have loved Mariah since I was a little boy. I've loved her music. It's gotten me through crazy, crazy times. The reason why this all came about was Mariah was doing a little press junket for her new album re-release. Joey came home one day and was like, oh my God, my team asked me if I wanted to interview Mariah Carey, but obviously I said no because he hates like interviews and doing any of that stuff, and he's not even a Mariah fan. And I was like, are you kidding? So I texted my manager. I'm like, hey, Joey was just offered this thing, but he turned it down. Is there any way we can get in contact with Mariah's team and see if they'd be interested in working with me? Her team contacted me then and said, yes, can you come up with a few concepts, like for an interview or like maybe a game to play on camera? And the next day I was with Mariah, little cute interview. It was awesome. She was so cool. I had never met her before, but I've been to a lot of her shows, and it was just totally like a full circle moment. And I had an actual connection with her. Like, we talked like we were girlfriends. Like, we talked about skincare, and at that time I had all the puppies. So it was really nice like to see that side of her, and she's really cool. Also, she has a new book called The Meaning of Mariah Carey, which is out. It's fabulous. Highly, highly recommend.
The next question is, what are your thoughts on abortion from a boy's perspective? That got real serious real fast.
I wanted some serious ones in here, so thank you for saying that one. I think this is a big topic of discussion right now, especially with politics and the elections and everything going on in Congress and the presidency or whatever. But let me put this out there from a homosexual POV and from a man. Men should not be speaking on women or women's bodies or making any choices for a woman. And that goes the other way around.
Imagine if I told you what to do. Can't do that with your body, Daniel.
I would murder you. Like,
Literally.
that's not okay. It's her body, her choice, period. This is a topic of discussion for women and women alone. Y'all need to fight about this. But there is no fight. I am 100% pro-choice. You do what you want.
This one is digging for some tea. So how many dates will you go on before you sleep with a person?
Ooh, juice. Delicious. I'm a little old school, I think. I don't think I've ever... No, I have had a one-night stand. I've had 2 one-night stands in my life.
With me.
With Hope, both in college. But those were very, very random in college. Like, it has not happened. But if I'm going on an actual date, it's usually 2 or 3 dates. Again, I haven't been on a lot of dates. You know, I've been in monogamous relationships for most of my life. I like to know a person before I share my body with them, but no judgment if you want to eat on the first date, you know? Your booty, your choice. I don't know. I like the romance of it all. I think since I was a little kid, I love like old school movies. I wanted my love affair with a person to be
you think
like
you
a
live
movie.
in a Nicholas Sparks film. You and I both
Bitch,
know that.
I do. You know I live in the Notebook.
So this is also a T-troll, is which YouTuber do you hate?
Gag. The gag. Honestly, I don't truly hate anyone. Like, if I don't care for you or like I don't with you, you'll know. I just don't talk about you. Yeah, you don't think I really hate anyone. I'm not somebody...
I've never heard you talk actual smack.
No, I don't really care. There's so many questions about like Jeffrey and Shane and all the drama and shit. I don't give a f. Y'all are old as hell. Like, you're 35 plus. Why are you in drama? You're adults and millionaires. Go buy a house somewhere. Pathetic. Well, that's what I think of it. I think it's pathetic.
In the same vein, the next question is, do you agree with Joey's friendships, who people consider problematic?
I think they're referring to James because he's not friends with anyone else. To shoot straight with you guys, like, you only see one side of a person. It's easy for you to judge that side because that's all you're seeing, but I know what actually goes on with people and who they are, and I'm a really good judge of character, and it's unfortunate that there's like so many different sides to people on the internet. There's the internet side, they put out what you want to see, and then there's like the personal side. Joey's also a really good judge of character. He's not friends with anybody who's a jerk or an asshole in real life, and neither am I. We're not friends with people for clout. The real ones, you can see who's good, you can see who's bad. And next.
Who do you support, Biden or Trump?
Here we go. First of all, get your ass out and vote. You can still vote early. This election is extremely important. I think the most important election of our lives right now. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for because that's not my job, but my job is to educate you to go out and vote. Go to vote.gov. You can find out all these incredible. There's so many articles out there. Tyler Oakley is sharing stuff literally every second. Voting is sexy, but I'm voting for Biden Harris. That's who I am voting for. I am independent, and yeah. Next.
Do you travel to explore the world or to find your place?
I travel to run away from depression. A little bit of both, honestly. I love traveling. I feel like it comes from not having a very stable home life when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I can make anywhere home. Like right now, I don't miss LA. I'm not really tied down to any one place, and that's why I like traveling so much.
Were you ever actually friends with Shane or just friendly?
I think back in the day, guys, like 2015, 2014, Joey and Shane were obviously super close, and then I was thrown into the mix, and I really did hit it off with Shane. Like, I didn't really watch his videos or anything, but in person, like, we had really good chemistry, like comedic chemistry together, and he made me laugh like crazy, and that's really important in a relationship. So I think we were friends to an extent, but also it was different because, you know, I was dating Joey and Joey had known him for so long. So it's never like I got close to him. Like I would never text him to hang out alone or anything like that. But, you know, of course I supported him as a friend and he supported me. And then all this crazy shit came out, and then he started dating Rylan and we all started getting distant. And then he started being friends with Jeffrey and doing videos and that whole series. And then we stopped talking completely. He never hit me up like to hang out. It was kind of just like it fizzled off. There were things that I didn't really like in the friendship or things that I saw that like turned me off, but I never really was vocal about it because we just like weren't hanging out or anything. So it kind of really it worked out the way it worked out.
I think that just happens in friendships.
It just happens. Yeah. And sometimes it's hard for me to just like drop someone when they haven't done something directly bad to me because I don't like hurting people. So I think it worked out kind of.
It wasn't even a
in
drop
my favor.
though.
It's just
organic.
Yeah, pretty organic, I'd say. He also never made like an attempt to hang out or like invite us over for dinner or whatever. Like,
but it's not going to be a two-sided effort with any friendship.
Right.
You just can't.
Right. Like they never came to our Christmas parties really, or I don't know. It just got a little weird, but I don't care. I don't miss it. So whatever.
Are you still working on Escape the Night with Joey?
This also was asked many a time. Well, Escape the Night it's on like pause right now because of the pandemic. Even if we had filmed season 5, I don't think we would have been able to. I think production would have been shut down and it would have been shelved for a year. But no, I am completely withdrawn. I'm no longer working with Joey on any fronts. I had to do this for myself. I'm no longer working on Crystal Wolf, Escape the Night, any other things. It doesn't make sense. Like I can't like be in his life professionally and not romantic. I don't know. It's just messy. Yeah, I'm not mature enough for that. So we had to pull back. We're doing all our own things. We're working on our own projects, and it's very healthy and really good for my brain.
How are you going to feel if Joey starts dating someone?
Don't you dare!
Don't you dare!
You're not allowed to date anyone. You sit and be single for the rest of your life. I'll burn your hair, Stan, and I'll take your jokes. Just kidding. No, I want him to date. I was his first boyfriend. He has to go out and date and see what else is out there and experience. Like, love is such an amazing feeling, and I don't know if I was the right person. I mean, I think we both thought we were.
So back to the tea, the obvious question, that's none of our business, but who broke up with whom?
Truly, honestly, I started the conversation with Joseph, but it was received well. It was mutual, and I think I'm just a very forward and upfront person that we both knew exactly what was going on and what we needed to do, and I'm the one who just bit the bullet. I had to speak on it first, and I think like that's how I am about everything.
Yeah,
really.
You've tried to break up with me.
I've literally tried to break up with her so many times.
Never worked.
Nobody wants to hear that it was mutual, and people want drama, but there's no drama. So if there's one takeaway from our relationship is that you can do it without drama. It doesn't need to be splattered across page 6.
Well, it was, but okay.
It was on many tabloids, so.
On a different note.
Yes.
Why don't you have a relationship with your dad? This is a hard one.
This is something I didn't really want to talk about, but I think it's important. I'm not going to go into depth about it. I don't think I've ever had a relationship with my dad. When I was a kid, like, he was on and off a really bad alcoholic, but worked really, really hard. And I think that just scared me because I never knew what I was going to get. And he was bipolar, is bipolar, not on medication or anything. So one day would be great, one day would be awful, one day he'd be physically abusive or verbally abusive, and the next day he'd be buddy with me. So I think as a child that really pushed me away from him, so I never really saw him as my father. I don't have any good memories with him because they were all so jumbled, and it's just something. And also he doesn't agree with my lifestyle or being gay or political stance and all this shit. It's just like a whole basket of issues, and I had to move on from that and put that behind me in order to move on and be happy and figure out who I was. Sometimes you just got to do that. I don't think I'm closed off to a relationship, but I just don't think I want one. And I always love him for being my father and like taking care of me and my family and, you know, coming to America and doing all this amazing stuff. But
you're taking care of you, and I think that's really healthy. Like, you have to take care of yourself because you can't control what he's doing. He is the only person that's in control of his life. You can only control yourself.
Yeah, but yeah, I've just moved on and I don't want that energy in my life, and 'tis what it is, darling. I have so many amazing mother and father figures in my life though, and like chosen family, that I don't think I've missed out on any sort of relationship. So I'm really grateful to those people in my life.
Our next question is, who is your least favorite person on Escape the Night?
I feel like you guys know. There were a few, because obviously Escape the Night is a produced show. It's a multi-million-dollar show on a massive network. There's 180 crew members. We filmed for multiple times. What?
Copper.
Oh God, I'm going under the speed limit vibes.
Good boy.
I hate cops. Sorry. At least these kind of cops. They just want to give you tickets. Okay, back to Escape the Night. I think it's really interesting when you take a YouTuber who's used to like this connection, producing themselves, especially like super successful ones that are a bit jaded and like money hungry and only care about certain things, and putting them on a production, because a production is not just a one-on-one relationship. It takes the crew, it takes hair, wardrobe, catering, it takes directors, producers, executive producers, lighting, sound, mic people, everything. It's like a whole team, and that whole team comes together to create the amazingness of a show. Some people come on set with a really bad attitude, or just think that they're the biggest star in the room when there's 10 other people, or they're just like wanna be messy and like be fussy and just like not humble and excited to be a part of a project. So I had issues with a few people, none that are existing today. They're just not in my life because I don't fucking care about them, period.
I think some people just aren't cut out for that environment. Right. And maybe they learned that.
Yeah, that's true. But also they probably never worked before other than like this type of work. I've been an intern, I've been a PA, I've produced, I've directed, I've written. Like you know what it's like to be on set for 15 hours a day.
Right.
So when you have people who are negative and just like divas or brats, like it's not cute. I mean, not to drag anyone or anything, but who did I have issues with? Season 1, Lele was a little hard, but also like I know who she is, and she has this incredible documentary on YouTube, so I don't hold that against her. Season 3, I don't remember having any issues other than Sophia, who I'm not really a big fan of, but again, I don't care. Also, she didn't promote the show at all when she was on, and that's gross to me. It was part of the contract to promote it, and you're part of an amazing show that's the #1 show on YouTube. Like, why wouldn't you promote it? Aren't you proud of your work and being on it? I feel like people only do certain things if they're getting something from it, and maybe she wasn't getting enough out of it, or maybe she was upset that she didn't win or something. I'm not dragging her, I'm just saying the truth. And then season 4, Gabby, I had issues with her a lot. I also had issues with her on season 2. I don't think I've ever said her name publicly, but it's not really news to anyone. She was, I don't know, her and I have had a very volatile relationship where it's been like really good. Right now she's not in my life anymore. I've just like decided to step back from a lot of people this year. Yeah, she was miserable to work with for the most part. There were good moments. If she was great on camera, which she was, and she was very entertaining, I forget about all that shit.
But you're forgiving to a fault. Like sometimes we need to draw a little bit more of a line in the sand,
right,
I feel.
Right. So I definitely forgot about that season 2, and then she was back for All Stars season 4. And then season 4, she was a nightmare. I'm not going to expand upon that because I don't really care anymore. It was just hard. There were a lot of diva antics. There was a lot of yelling, a lot of screaming, a lot of unprofessional behavior. It was miserable, but it turned out entertaining on the show, so I can't really hold that against her. I mean, she definitely did make me cry once. If you see people who aren't working in the industry or aren't liked in the industry or they don't have a lot of friends in the industry, there's always a reason why. This isn't like a new thing. This goes on a lot of different things. The person who usually cries wolf the hardest is the wolf themselves.
Honestly, this is my favorite question.
Okay.
Yet. It's top, bottom, or verse.
Whoa.
Devil emoji,
The
devil
amount
emoji.
of people asking this question. Hundreds of you guys are perverts. And I love that because I'm a little pervert too. Why do you guys care what I'm putting my in anyways?
We all want to know, Daniel.
I am a very dominant person in bed. Take that whichever way you will. I'm extremely dominant. I like to be in charge. I'm strong and powerful, and that's what I like. That's what my fantasy, that's what I'm into. Period.
She's a dominatrix.
I'm a dominatrix. My last relationships, I've been a top. I'm a versatile person though. I think it has to do with energy and the type of energy somebody's bringing to the bedroom. I am a equal opportunity lover.
Employer.
And I'm, employer. So there you go, you perverts. That's that on that. Next.
Oh, I like this one too. Were you ever jealous of your ex's success?
Ooh, zest. A little salt on these wounds.
Zest.
Ooh, I have lotion on. No, I've never been jealous. I think if anything, I have compared myself to Joey's success, and that makes me feel like because I'm like, oh wow, we're the same age and I don't have 4 #1 best-selling books and multiple shows and all this amazing stuff that he's worked incredibly hard for. But no, not jealous, happy, proud, and he deserves everything and more. All right guys, sorry about that. My camera died yet again.
Now we're in line for my snack.
Now we're in line for McDonald's. She needs her afternoon feeding.
I do. I'm so hungry, dude.
Well, we're about to hit Nashville in 4 hours. Oh, by the way, I don't think I told you I'm driving from New York to Nashville.
I'm seeing what's gonna happen to me if I eat McDonald's every day of this trip. I think I'm gonna be really
You're gonna have really good skin.
And really, yeah.
Go on with the questions.
So the next question is, would you date a trans man?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
A trans man is a man. If the connection's there, I'm pretty sure I would date anyone.
So next question is, so your mom is super religious. Does she support you being gay? Did she always?
My mom's extremely homophobic. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. She is supportive of me. She always has been, honestly. Even when I was a kid, she always protected me from my dad and other people who would say nasty things. And she always let me be myself and let me No, she's wonderful. I did grow up Greek Orthodox and Christian, but no, I don't think it has anything to do with it. I think you love your kids unconditionally no matter what they are, if they're crackheads or if they're gay.
What do you think is your best quality?
God, I could be here all day. Honestly, I think my best quality is how much I love people and how much I care about people. Overly, I think I am there for people a lot, and I think I've always wanted that since I was... All right. I think this angle works because there's less pressure on the phone. No, don't record me. I can hear the hallelujah chorus. Feed me. I like when you feed me fries. I like to be hand-fed. You know that.
The next question is the same question over and over and over. I'm tired of you answering it. Opinions on Shane Dawson, Jeffrey James, blah, blah, blah.
Oh my God. Let me put this rest. Everybody makes mistakes. And I'm not just saying this because I'm friends with James. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody deserves second chances. But when you continue to be a shitty person, then I think you need no more chances.
Time's up, America.
I'm gonna stand up for James here. James and I have we've been friends for a long time. I've known him since before he was massive. I called him out. We had a falling out for a year. We've made up since. I've supported him. Go! Green!
Go, Camry!
Go! Ugh. You're an idiot! The difference is here, James is 21 years old, and everybody else is old as on the internet, fighting with children, mad because they're not relevant, creating drama, being a racist, doing blackface, doing all this shit. Own up to your mistakes, educate yourself, know your audience.
And don't bully.
And be better and grow and do better and do more and be a voice in the community and stand up for something. What is Jeffrey doing? What are all these people doing? Y'all have so much money and are so successful and have worked so hard and done so much. Go and mind your own business. Let the next person come up. You're old as hell and fighting with children.
My first memoir.
Keep it moving. I don't know. I think this year will separate so many people, the shitty people from the good people. And I hope that continues. I hope the trend of oversharing, putting all your out there, bragging, jets, cars, Birkins, all I hope that ends because it is so toxic and it's such a message to put out there for
So
people.
tired too, to be honest.
It's tired. I don't care. Imagine growing up being a teenager right now and thinking like you need to look like a Kardashian or you need to like look like Tana or get all these surgeries or have a Birkin or all that. None of that shit matters. Moving on.
Ooh.
Go to therapy.
This is really fascinating, actually.
Okay.
I noticed you guys were together at that cabin. Is there a chance of rekindling? Oh, people notice, bitch.
No, that was not a rekindling trip. That was actually Hope and I were supposed to do this trip. We're supposed to go to Alaska and all this stuff. See these bears. But the seaplane canceled on us. It was this whole mess. So we decided to stay. So I had 5 days that I had nothing, no work planned, nothing. I texted Manny and Lauren. I'm like, do you guys want to go to Tahoe? And Hope, of course. And I found this house. We did a private jet moment. Jets, cars, Birkins, all I hope that ends. It was fabulous. Joey is friends with Lauren, Manny, and I wanted to extend the invite. I didn't think he was going to come. Not that I was like fake inviting him, but like, you know, he doesn't like to leave. And with COVID going on, obviously like leaving your house, taking risks. We all wanted him to come. You know, it was a little awkward at first, but it was great. I think I had a great time. So no, it was not a rekindling trip. It was nothing trying to be sneaky.
It was friendship.
Yeah, we were together. We just didn't post any pictures together or anything.
So this will drive the boys crazy. What's your shoe size?
Another perversion.
Mm-hmm.
It depends. Sometimes I'm an 11, sometimes I'm an 11 and a half.
This question I actually want to know, and I don't know about you. What is the longest you've ever went without having sex?
I don't know. I feel like I'm a very sexual person and I obviously love sex and love to be sexually active. But it's not like one of those things that I'm obsessed with. Like I'm fine if I don't have it. Do I look cute?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. But more than sex, like I just like romance and like holding someone and like, you know, kissing and just like being cute and shit and spending time with someone. I think I've went like 6 months or a year without sex when I was not dating. In a relationship, I don't think longer than a few days or a week.
Yeah. Did you and Joey ever have sex? Why is someone asking that?
You know this question is from like a child. Yes, sweetheart. That happens when you're in an adult relationship. No complaints on either end ever. From mild to wild. Mild to wild, the story of my appetite.
The next one's, how big is your peony?
I'm gonna put the back on. I know who asked this question.
How big is your peony?
How big? Oh, you know we love a super size. No one needs to know this because y'all are never gonna see my peony. You know, I wouldn't even care if my nudes leaked because I'm proud of them and they look fabulous.
Fabulous.
Chef's kiss. Salt Bay.
Anyway, on a different note, what's your initial reaction when you get recognized or approached in public?
I love it. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. It's so crazy. Like, I think I've gotten noticed more now than I have when I wasn't wearing a mask. Like, or I'll get tweets like, oh, I just saw you at so-and-so, like, but I didn't want to bother you and say hi. I love it. Say hi to me if I'm eating or something. Like, it's just common courtesy to not come up to someone when they're eating or with people. Just, like, wait till after or whatever. I don't really care. Remember when we were at Brittany and she was, like, badgering
that was
Joey and I? And it wasn't, like... I think she got a picture, then she came back like for like several, and then like wasn't leaving us alone.
It's too much.
And that was just
That's
weird.
just rude as like a person, like people to people.
Right.
Where's your manners?
Weird. I think that was the only weird interaction I've had, other than that one girl that like tried to tackle Joey at a meet and greet, which was really funny. Any more questions?
That was the last.
You didn't save me any burger.
No, I ate it.
All right, well that is it for today's video. It was lengthy because I did not want to not answer any of these questions.
It was lengthy, it was girthy, it was good information.
Oh, it was good eating. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little more about me. I am an open book for the most part, other than the perverted shit. Y'all are weird out there, but now you know my shoe size. I hope you enjoyed it. Go get your ass out there and vote if you can. Educate people, talk to your family, reach out to people. Reach out to 5 people today and ask them if they're voting and what their voting plan is. I will leave some links down below if you guys want a little more information. That is it for today's video. I still don't have an outro, so this is the outro. I love you so much. I'll see you on Sunday with a new video. All right, love you. Bye.